Okay, what's up, guys? So, What Culture Wrestling has uploaded a video called 10 Things WWE Wants You to Forget About Jeff Hardy. Now, I've known Jeff Hardy for some time. I even seen him live back in 2009. I think, 2009 was the last year he was in wrestling and stuff. Because, he was at that WrestleMania event. And I think in September he left, and 2010 he went back to TNA Impact, or TNA, whatever they want to call themselves, or Impact Wrestling. But anyways, Jeff Hardy, he's been in and out of the WWE industry. Even his brother, Matt Hardy, and Jeff Hardy at the time when he was in WWE. I don't watch Impact Wrestling. I'm strictly a WWE fan, but he was, I seen him live back in 2009 at No Way Out. It was that Elimination Chamber pay-per-view match, and when I seen that, them things are huge, man. Like, I was like, dang, like, in the video game, they kind of make them look somewhat big, but at the same time, they're kind of small looking, and I'm like, dang, I'm like, WWE events, they can't get live there. So, anyways, I seen him live. His entrance almost made me deaf, like, cause he does, when he comes out, like, they have like these, like, I don't know, his pyro things, they will just go flying out, and it's just like your ears are ringing, but at the same time you can't really hear it cause the fans screaming and stuff. So I seen him live. Best thing, I was like, that was the coolest thing ever. At the time, got to see my favorite wrestler live and stuff. I wish I would have gotten to see Daniel Bryan, because I remember when he came the last time he was in the ring, well, when he retired, but he was in Seattle, Washington. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, if I would have known, because they was promoting it for so long, if I would have known that he was going to retire, I would have went. I was like, I gotta see Daniel Bryan, but didn't even get to see him. So maybe one day, me and Daniel Bryan, he might be downtown. I might see him, be like, okay, this is better because I get to see him up close and personal, and not like, about 20 rows up in the WWE, like, at one of their wrestling events. But anyways, 10 things WWE wants you to forget about Jeff Hardy. Now, let's see, because I would like to see some of this stuff. There might be some things I remembered, because I think they say he got fired for drug stuff, like, because I don't know, sometimes in wrestlers, they get hooked up on drugs, I guess, to ease the pain or something, I don't know, but anyways.
The charismatic Enigma is a terrible nickname. The rainbow-haired warrior is a terrible, terrible nickname. Will-o'-the-wisp, look, let's just call him Jeff Hardy. Nero Hardy was and still is one of the most popular wrestlers to ever grace a WWE ring. The Hardy Boys have been over with the fans for 15 years, and Jeff especially, wowing the crowd with risk-taking stunts and feats of daring do. Rumors of a Hardy return have been circulating for months, but let's remember, not everything the Will-o'-the-Rainbow Enigma has done has been gold. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 things WWE want you to forget about Jeff Hardy. Number 10, every TNA accomplishment. WWE treats its stars going to TNA like that one drunken affair in a 15-year marriage. It never happened. Vince, why are you crying? It didn't mean anything. He loves me. It never happened. Hardy had 2 separate stints in TNA, the serial cheat, and during his time with the company became TNA Tag Champ, won the Bound for Glory series, and was crowned the TNA Heavyweight Champion on 3 separate occasions, each time with his face painted like a My Little Pony. Alongside WWE exes Kurt Angle and Bully Ray, Jeff Hardy was one of the top guys in the promotion for nearly half a decade, but according to Vince, he was just drunk. He wasn't thinking straight. He loves me. He'll come home. I've made his favorite dinner. Oh God, I'm too old to get divorced. Number 9, he and Trish could never make it work. Poor Trish was shopped out to a number of different guys to play the role of girlfriend. Christian, Chris Jericho, Vince McMahon with the adorable bark like a dog segment, which is the pure distillation of anti-feminism. But her and Jeff could never quite get it together. On 2 separate occasions, WWE tried to pair Trish and Jeff together in romance. The first was in the summer of 2001, which ended after Stratus injured her ankle. The second was in early 2003, which finished in jarring fashion after Hardy was fired from the company. Oh, we'll get to that. They weren't so much the Ross and Rachel of the WWE, but the Joey and Rachel, as in it ended abruptly and probably shouldn't have happened in the first place. 8, Keith Davis. According to WWE lore, the ancient tome of continuity that reads madder than Charlie Manson's Kama Sutra cookbook, Jeff debuted with his brother in the WWF in 1998. Actually, the first time Hardy wrestled,
I think there was earlier,
Ramon's opponent, a jobber calling himself.
I remember watching about that in like a
Hardy,
the Hardy
16,
Boys like
relying on
special or
pretending to be 18,
something.
was drafted and wrestled as Keith Davis instead. Keith Davis,
Oh, wow.
by the way, is the most boring name in the world, except perhaps Barry Allen or Adam Pacitti. Hardy went on to job a few more times in the next few years under his real name and in some of the worst tights imaginable, but only once as Keith Davis. But after things like the mass transit incident involving a minor being brutalized in the ring, WWE would like you to forget that they fed a 16-year-old to Scott Hall.
I know, that's okay about that. I remember, alright, sorry to pause the video, but I remember they did, because he lied about his application, because, you know, they said, I think I said this before, like, I remember I was like, I think 11 or 10, or I think I was 11 or 12. I can't remember. I remember there was one time I did call up the WWE headquarters, and I called them and said, how old do you have to be a wrestler? And they said over the age of 18. Well, in his first match, he was 16. And so that was like, you know, that I guess like, you know, once when you're 18, you're an adult, but he was still he was a teenager at the time. And it's all like, dang, like he lied. And so they was just all like, you know, well, if you want to put your body out there on, you know, on the line and stuff, go ahead. But anyways, yeah, that was crazy. I heard about that some years back. There's like a Hardy Boys special or something, and I watched it, and they were talking about that, like how he was only 16 years old when his first match had started.
Drunk. Jeff Hardy likes to live free, and that's an understatement akin to Steve Austin likes beer. Wrestlers dealing with personal demons isn't a new concept. Constantly on the road, constantly in pain, booze and painkillers and pills is something of a curse in professional wrestling, and Hardy's something of a poster boy for it. Let's start with something relatively low-key, being too wankered to ride on an aeroplane. Now, I don't know how drunk you have to be asked to leave an aircraft, but it's probably more than a couple Jack Daniels and Cokes. In 2008, Hardy was escorted off a plane in Nashville after security thought he was too drunk to fly. Jeff Hardy said in his defense, I've been on planes a lot drunker than that. Well,
wow.
Okay then. Number 6, going off on CM Punk. Hardy and Punk's feud in 2009 was one of the best SmackDown feuds of the decade.
I think I remember that.
Versus living in the moment, aka party sexy drugs lols. It was Hardy's last feud in the company, and how it played out on pay-per-view is how the company...
Yeah, I remember that. He lost his championship, and then he left.
Of him shooting on Punk whilst either drunk, high, or heck, why not both? Through slurred words, Hardy claims to have made CM Punk a motherfucking superstar before flipping 2 middle fingers at him and telling him to go fuck himself. A lasting memory for the fans. Number 5, his first heel turn. It's hard to book a high flyer as a heel. Their moveset just excites the crowd too much, which is why you don't see Seth Rollins fly around as much as in his Shield days. Or much at all anymore. For the same reason, Jeff's been a babyface for pretty much the entirety of his career. The Hardys, however, started as heels, but as soon as their ladder skills began to catch on, there was no turning back, and so entrenched was Jeff's good guy status that it was seen as hugely shocking when TNA turned him heel in 2010. Except WWE had already tried it for a mere 3 weeks in 2003. For a short while in late January of that year, Jeff Hardy went a bit mental, started attacking baby faces like Booker T, RVD, and Shawn Michaels, but then 21 days after it began, he reverted to babyface status, saving Stacy Keibler from a beatdown. You just can't keep him evil. Number 4, the multiple botches. As much as Jeff Hardy pulled off some of the most death-defying stunts in all sports entertainment.
I remember, I didn't watch that WrestleMania, but I remember that was like a highlight of that WrestleMania.
On his back. He's been late for spots, like at Survivor Series 2002 when he left Rico on the top rope waiting to be knocked off what seemed like an age. If Hardy was to return to WWE, no doubt fans would be hungry to see him pull off some insane stuff. But after years of wear and tear and substance abuse, could he still manage the big spots safely? Footage of Hardy earlier this year knocking himself out by falling off a cage.
Dang, I think I remember I heard about that.
Not. Number 3, he was fired in 2003. 2003 was not a great year for Jeff Hardy. Not only did his short-lived heel turn see him get his ass handed to him by Kane and HBK week in, week out, but in April of that year, he was terminated from the company for drug and behavioral issues. It was reported that not only was Hardy addicted to painkillers and crystal meth, but he started showing up late to events, working sloppy in the ring, and finally refusing to go to rehab. The latter resulted in Hardy's immediate termination from the company, which went entirely unmentioned on air. Bad Hardy, bad Hardy boy. Number
Dang.
2, multiple drug suspensions.
Yeah.
Turns out that Jeff Hardy and drugs have had a long and turbulent romance. After returning to the company in 2006, after being fired for repeated drug use, remember, Hardy began racking up violations of the wellness policy, the 3 strikes and you're out system implemented by WWE after various drug scandals.
Why they gotta use that?
Jeff was
Of
taken
all
off TV for 30
things.
days for his first violation. In March 2008, he was taken off
Dang.
TV for 60 days and removed from the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania after copying his second violation. At the end of his contract in 2009, with 2 suspensions under his belt, Hardy left the company for the last time. If he ever returned, the company would probably want to scrap the 2 violations and start fresh and hope that no one remembered. And number 1, Victory Road. Now, this one didn't happen on WWE's watch, but it's one of the most embarrassing professional wrestling moments in recent memory, and enough to make anyone at Titan Towers think twice about inviting Hardy back into the fold. At the TNA Victory Road pay-per-view 2011, Hardy was set to face Sting for the TNA Heavyweight Championship. Remember, this was a pay-per-view that people had paid to
Sting
view.
was
If
in.
Hardy
Wait a
knew
minute,
that
hold up.
after an
Sting was in That's what I was just all like, well, I mean, it kind of, it makes sense. Because I don't watch CNA, but I didn't know Sting was there, and he was wow, I did not know that. In wrestling, and then it's like, I don't understand like how WWE, well, I guess if they're like legends in the business and people ask about them all the time, and then they're all like, yeah, you're gonna definitely be like a money thing for us and stuff, and we're gonna be making some money off of you. So I mean, I guess that makes sense.
age of waiting, out came a piece of drugged out spaghetti dressed like a man. It was clear that Jeff Hardy was not on the same planet as the rest of us, and after Eric Bischoff came out to tell Sting to, for the love of God, Lord Jesus, just pin him quick, Sting pinned him hard way after only 1 move and walked off furious. It was a public humiliation for Hardy and could mark him out as an unreliable performer.
I need
for
to
the
look
rest
that
of
up.
his career. If WWE offers Hardy a contract, you better believe they'll want everyone to forget about this. And that's our list.
I gotta look that up now. I definitely gotta check that out.
Follow me on Twitter here. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.
It was really good. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know about that they say that's very interesting in these videos. I really like watching these videos, like top 10 things WWE or you didn't know about these wrestlers and stuff. And yeah, they did say some stuff that was, I didn't know, like, because I heard that he got, like, fired, but I didn't know that they suspended him, like, during those times. I remember I did watch, it was the WrestleMania 24, they said that they took him out that ladder match. I didn't even know he was supposed to be in that match. It's been so long ago. And I don't know, like, he might have wrestled, because I know that's how they do that. They have you wrestle, and then they put you in the ladder match. Are they gonna? How do they do that? Are they still doing those? I can't remember if they are. Like the Money. Oh no, yeah, they had. Okay, now I got so confused. Yeah, they have Money in the Bank, the own pay-per-view now. And so, anyways, yeah, I didn't know he was taken out of that pay-per-view match, because I remember before that, they used to do, like, wrestling matches, and then they would determine, hey, are you going to be in this Money in the Bank pay-per-view? And then he might have did that, and I forgot. But I remember that WrestleMania, that was 24, and that was the one Ric Flair, he was forced to retire. And I didn't know Jeff Hardy was kicked out of that match. I think... was it WrestleMania 25? Because that was in 2008. I think it was WrestleMania 25 where I think that was his last WrestleMania. And because I remember it was the one where it was Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. They went up against each other. And I think, yeah, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, that's when they had like their little brotherly love feud. And was going at each other for a little bit. And so, anyways, yeah, it's been like since 2009, almost 10 years. Like, dang, it'd be like, yeah, like, like it would be so long. Like, it's just, man, why is it like it was 7 years ago? How he just left or he got fired and for them drug issues and stuff. That's probably, yeah, WWE definitely wants people to forget about that. But it's like, when news breaks out, like, how are we going to forget? Like, yeah, WWE, they're going to try to forget, but we're all going to remember. So, anyways, good video, What Culture Wrestling. I really do like these. And from time to time, I would react to them and stuff. And it's just like, to wrestlers I really like enjoy watching on TV and things. I think I already did the Brock Lesnar one. If I didn't, then I can't remember. I've watched so many of these videos and stuff. But anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Everybody, go subscribe to What Culture Wrestling. They have 500,000 subscribers. They have 500,000, okay? 518,000 to be, well, actually 518,648 to be exact, but they chances are just gained about 400 or 500 more subscribers maybe throughout me watching this video. This is a really good and interesting channel. I really do like their channel and stuff. So anyways, go subscribe to them. If you could subscribe to me, you could subscribe to these guys too. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you are new, please like and subscribe, and peace.